they say anything before
Yes.
about like?
When you read, do you read from
Good evening, everyone. And thank you for your patience. Our superintendent is rounding the corner and is on his way. So we're going to get started. Allow me to introduce one of our senior class advisors, Ms. Kristen Sassano, to get us started for this evening.
At this time, I ask that we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing as Donna DiGiallo will lead us in the singing of the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, Donna. Good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome to the presentation of the New Rochelle High School Class of 2025 Awards. My name is Kristen Sassano, a math teacher here at New Rochelle High School and senior class co-advisor. At this time, please help me welcome Ms. Adina Barrios Brooks, Vice President of the Board of Education.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the students, family, faculty, staff, community partners, and distinguished guests that are here tonight. It's so great to see some of you again. I saw you yesterday morning, some of you, and to also see so many friends and familiar faces. As the Vice President of the Board of Education, I'm honored to continue celebrating the outstanding achievements of the New Rochelle Class of 2025. Give it up. To our principal, Dr. Artiles, who I believe is his birthday today. Happy birthday. I have my spies, Dr. Artiles, I have my spies. Assistant principals, Ms. Cadet Simpkins and Ms. Amini, and to all of our teachers, department chairs, counselors, coaches, and staff, thank you. Your leadership, dedication, and day-to-day care have helped shape not just an academic experience, but a community where students are supported, challenged, and feel seen. Because of you, these young people are prepared to be recognized this evening, not only here, but also by the world beyond New Rochelle High School. To our students, who I believe are mostly over there, congratulations. Each of you is being recognized tonight because you stood out, whether for academics, the arts, athletics, leadership, or service. Your effort, your excellence, and your impact were noticed. These awards aren't just about what you've achieved, they are about who you are becoming, and we all can't wait to see what's next. To the parents, guardians, and families otherwise known as my people, I see you. You've supported these students through early morning paved drop-offs. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about, when it was dark outside and you had to drive. Every late night, I forgot this was due tomorrow, every practice, every performance, all those cold nights on the bleachers and early mornings at the pool, and most of all those hugs at the end of a very tough day. Your steady presence through small acts and big sacrifices has made these accomplishments possible. So thank you for helping your student get here and sitting through yet another awards ceremony to celebrate them and their classmates. I also would like to thank our community partners here with us tonight. Your support means a lot. It shows our students' hard work matters, not just in school, but out in the real world as well. And a final thought. To our students, wherever you go from here, whether it's college, work, service, or something still taking shape, carry this moment with you and do one small thing. Call home, just check in. It means more than you know, and yes, that still includes you, Nola, if you're sitting there somewhere. We're proud of you, we believe in you, and we're excited for what comes next. Congratulations again, and thank you for letting us be a part of your journey. You've got this. And now, I'd like to welcome to the mic our superintendent, Dr. Corey Reynolds.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to a new day, and it's a new day because this morning started off so rainy and now it's nice and hot and humid outside. But welcome to a new day to celebrate our young people. This evening, we are here to recognize all of the individuals who will be graduating come a few weeks from now, but to recognize them for their excellence, recognize them for their stewardship of their instruction, recognize them for the amazing beings who they are. These young folk are the representation of the class of 2025 in terms of excellence. So let's give our young people who are receiving awards tonight a round of applause. I've always said that the hallmark of an excellent public education is one that establishes a cadre of individuals who will move forward and work in the benefit of all of us. I often say that I do this selfishly because I want these young people to move on and become citizens who are responsible, respectful, have a voice of their own, and also listen to the voice of others as they move forward to becoming adults who will be taking care of us very soon, making laws and enforcing laws and making sure that laws are represented that will represent all of us. And they cannot do this on their own. They've done this with the help of their village. Now, how many of my family members were here yesterday morning? Raise your hand. Okay, so you already know what's going to happen. Don't spoil the surprise. I'm going to ask again my young people who are being represented tonight to please stand. Oftentimes, we, in our moment, forget to say thank you to those who helped us along the way. So please look over to the other sides in the audience, find your village, make eye contact, blow them a kiss, give them an air hug, but most importantly, I would like for our young people to give our village members a round of applause for their support to us. Thank you for that. You may have a seat. Thank you. I would be remiss if I did not thank, in this travel, in getting to where we are today, our high school administration, our teachers and instructors, our counselors who are represented here this evening, for their mentoring, for their instruction, for their gentle being and sometimes being the parent in place of the parent when our young people needed it. So let's give them a round of applause as well. Yesterday morning, many of you were congratulated for your excellence in school recognition. And tonight, we are getting ready to congratulate you for your excellence in public and private recognition. You have a lot to be proud of. Tonight is only the start. Tonight is a start to a celebratory season. Commencement is not the end. It is a start to the rest of your lives. And keep in mind that you have the decision to make and what's good for you in the rest of your life. And we hope to always be here to be the support for you with every decision you make, because you're always welcome to come back home to New Rochelle High School. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the young women who are sitting on the stage with us tonight. The student-elected Senior Executive Board has been present in weekly meetings to discuss and plan senior events and fundraising efforts. Collaboratively, they have maintained social media platforms to publicize seniors and all school events. They spread information and answer inquiries for the class of 2025. Together, they work to unite the senior class as one. They embody a true Huguenot pride and are wonderful representatives of the New Rochelle community as a whole. Maya Concha, our senior class president, has dedicated her high school years. Our senior class president has dedicated her high school years to being an empowering student athlete, finding time to participate as president of the Hispanic Culture Club, involved in Ignite, Youth Court, and more. This fall, Maya is headed to Iona, where she will be on the pre-med track, majoring in health science and minoring in biology. Our senior class vice president, Natalia Sanchez. Natalia says that seeing how much thought and care is put in behind the scenes really helped her to put into perspective how hard everyone works to make sure New Rochelle High School seniors enjoy their last year to the fullest. Her patience and artistic eye were so valuable to the team. In the fall, Natalia will be studying biology at City College of New York on her way to becoming a pediatric physician assistant. Our senior class treasurer, Zara Jamesheed. She has actively assisted advisors in the financial affairs pertaining to the class of 2025. She has effectively managed her time between academics, athletics, senior class, and outside commitments. Zara will be attending SUNY Albany in the fall, majoring in biology on a pre-med track. And last but not least, our senior class secretary, Kayla Junandan. Kayla also serves as an executive board member for the debate team and community team tutors. She has been a dedicated student member and a passionate leader for every organization she has committed herself to. This summer, Kayla will begin studying behavioral neuroscience at Florida International University, where she plans to pursue a career at the intersection of law and science. Thank you. At this time, please welcome New Rochelle High School Assistant Principal Valerie Cadet Simpkins.
Good evening, everyone. So I have the honor of standing here this evening as one of the assistant principals to help acknowledge this magnanimous graduating class of 2025. But before we begin, I'd first like to express my sincere gratitude to the amazing clericals who work diligently behind the scenes to pull this all together. To our amazing main office staff, led by Miss Janae Foster, Gloria, Suli, and Vicky. This place looks amazing again, and we could not have done it without you. again, for your countless hours communicating with donors, organizing checks, chasing after students, writing scripts, and wrapping gifts. We thank you. Also to those helping to hand out awards to all of these lovely graduating seniors today, to our co-advisors, Ms. Kay Daniel, and our Student Activities Chair, Lori Collins-Thomas, we thank you. And also Ms. Sassano, the other senior class advisor, we thank you. So welcome to our supportive administration, both at the high school and central administration. Thank you for your unwavering support of our school mission and for your belief in our students. Thank you for providing us with the time and the resources to help them get the job done. Welcome to our generous donors. You remind our students that their hard work is not without its reward. Thank you for your generosity, for looking back and lifting up those who come behind, for investing in our future and in our students. Welcome to our parents. Thank you for your trust in your children and in our school community. Thank you for the long nights, as we've heard before, driving to and from practice, from games, performances, tutoring, whatever it may be. Thank you for believing in the power of public education and for being such important partners in this work. And most importantly, to the class of 2025, as we celebrate your accomplishments this week, and as you stand on the brink of the first in-person graduation ceremony for many of you since the end of 5th grade, know that even before you step out into this world, the story of this class is already recorded in the annals of history. More than 4.3 million births were recorded in the US in 2007, the highest in this country since 1957, at the height of the post-World War II baby boom. With its 3.9 million students, the class of 2025 is the largest high school graduating class in US history. According to research by the Pew Research Center, the high school class of 2025 will be the largest and most ethnically diverse class we've ever seen. Of the 4 million or so people turning 18 this year, of those who graduate high school, about 70% of you will go on to be first-time full-time freshmen. First-time full-time freshmen in either 2 or 4-year college. This one is changing the world. And it's also the one that changed my world. I became a mother with so many other women in this auditorium this evening. And it has been a special privilege to see so many of your smiling faces grow up over the years. From toddlers in preschool all the way to today, I've been called everything. Miss Cadet, Miss Simpkins, Sister Val, Manasseh's mom, Mom, Miss. Your voices are much louder now than they were back then, and your legs are stronger, and your minds are sharper. You are ready. The awards and accomplishments we are here to celebrate today are yet another affirmation of your growth, your competence, your super amazing awesomeness. And this is only the beginning. Today is a launch pad, not a landing pad. Allow yourself to revel in the celebrations that you have also very richly earned this week and beyond. And then remember to spring forward into action. This world needs you to help define the next age, to get right what we may have missed, to build a world where everyone can thrive and reach their highest potential. And it all starts with you. Because it's the evening, allow me to indulge you in a few more stats, because Ms. Sassano said she enjoyed them so much. So how the world has changed since your birth. The iPhone emerged in 2006 and 7. Twitter launched. Pluto stopped being a planet. I'm sorry, that changed my life. Facebook expanded. Google bought YouTube. Crocs, right? In your formative years, Instagram, that was not a thing before it was a thing. Do you remember Minecraft building a following? Or the Frozen phenomenon? We all knew how to let it go. We learned how things went viral with Gangnam Style, right? And like the ice bucket challenge, which you're still doing. The Marvel universe expanded. TikTok became a thing and a dominant thing that can't even go away. Climate change discussions are what we do. Remote learning was not a thing, and now it is, and a pandemic shaped your middle school years. And as you graduate, AI is also graduating with you and entering the mainstream. You are a notable cohort, one of the largest and most diverse this US has ever seen. Basically, this country has never seen anything like you before. And words have not yet been invented, and they will likely come from one of you to fully describe the amazingness of this generation, ready to take the reins on the precipice of this new era. We have watched this world change all around you, and now we're excited to see how you will change it too. The world's never needed you more. So let's go, and congratulations. We will now begin our Senior Awards program. So I'd like to introduce our English Department Chairperson, Ms. Lydia Agdigbola, to present the English and Science Department Awards.
Thank you, Ms. Cadet. Good evening, everyone. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Can the following students please come to stage right? Owen Massey, Dylan Rittenberg, George Baswe, and Mariana Reyes Maldonado. The first set of awards are for English. The Spoken Arts Incorporated Prize in Literature is given to students who, in the judgment of the English department, show outstanding promise in the study of English. A check for $100 is awarded to Owen Massey and Dylan Rittenberg. Yes, all those individuals want to congratulate you. The Dr. Mary Grantham Campbell Memorial Award is given to a student who has demonstrated growth in writing. A check for $200 is awarded to George Baswe. He's one of my students. The Rochellian Journalism Award is given to a student who has made outstanding contributions to the production of the 2025 yearbook. A plaque and check for $300 is awarded to Mariana Reyes Maldonado. We will now move on to the Science Awards. Can the following students please come to stage right? Cadence Escobar, Jasper Todd, and Ava Singletary. The PBA Forensic Science Award is given to a student who has demonstrated passion in the field of forensic science. A plaque and check for $250 is awarded to Cadence Escobar. The Excellence in Robotics Engineering Award commemorates the robotics team member who best demonstrates 4 characteristics needed to be a successful engineering community member: hard work, self-reliance, a willingness to learn new things, a knowledge that the simplest approach is usually the best one. Furthermore, this student dedicated himself to spreading these characteristics to his peers and the New Rochelle community as a whole. Sponsored by the family of Nick Krinchavetsky, president of the New Robots from 2015 to 2017. A plaque and a check for $250 is awarded to Jasper Todd. The Sol Charney Memorial Award is given to a student who has shown growth and achievement in biology and who has an interest in becoming a physician. A check for $500 is awarded to Eva Singletary. I'd like to reintroduce Assistant Principal Valerie Cadet as she presents the Social Studies and Business Department Awards. Thank you.
Thank you. Can the following students please come to stage right? Donna DiGiallo, William Winston, Jocelyn Hernandez, Mia Irizarry, Victoria Perez, Melissa Brazil, and Miranda Sanchez. The Pollard Stein Award, given by Barbara Pollard Stein, New Rochelle High School class of 1972, goes to a senior who has demonstrated interest and excellence in the arts and social studies and plans to pursue further studies in the humanities. A check for $250 is awarded to Donna DiGiallo. The Human Rights Award, established in loving memory of Westchester Holocaust and human rights educator Susan Goldberg, is presented to a senior who has demonstrated passion, commitment, and outstanding leadership in fighting bigotry and hatred through education and involvement in human rights initiatives. A plaque and a check for $200 is awarded to William Winston. The Stephen A. Goldberg Award, named in honor of the former chair of the Social Studies Department, in recognition of his exceptional dedication to the department and to the students. This award is given to students who best demonstrate the passion, scholarship, insight, and love of learning that Mr. Goldberg exemplified. A plaque and a check for $150 each is awarded to Jocelyn Hernandez and Mia Irizarry. And the Sister Alice Gallen OSU Award is given in memory of this Ursuline nun who was an educator, scholar, historian, author, and former executive director of the Association of Catholic Colleges and Universities, who served on the faculty and boards of numerous universities and held more than 20 honorary doctorates. The awardee possesses a thirst for knowledge, devotion to something greater than self, and strives to make a lasting impact. A check for $600 is awarded to Victoria Perez. The Salvatore Michael Casara Memorial Award is given to 2 students who exhibit a love for accounting. These are our business awards, by the way. The Salvatore Michael Casara Memorial Award is given to 2 students who exhibit a love for accounting and who show perseverance to obtain their goals and a sense of community service. Salvatore was a 1955 graduate of New Rochelle High School. He continued his studies at NYU on scholarship and soon became a certified public accountant. He opened his practice in New Rochelle and continued practicing his livelihood here for the next 40 years. In his memory, a check for $500 each are awarded to Melissa Brazil and Miranda Sanchez. Can the following students please come stage right? Andrea Contreras, Jocelyn Hernandez, Esther Ilachukwu, and Michael Tovar. And it is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. David Locker, the president of the New Rochelle Bar Association, to present the New Rochelle Bar Association Awards.
Good evening, and thank you. It is a real privilege, a particular personal privilege for me to be back here in this auditorium on this stage. I attended years of senior award ceremonies in the Board of Education seats where I was a board member and a 2-time president of the board. I have the privilege tonight to be here in my capacity as president of the New Rochelle Bar Association. We have a long and distinguished history of cooperation with the school district, most notably in our Lawyer in the Classroom program. Every one of you who was a 5th grader in the New Rochelle Public Schools had our program, our Lawyer in the Classroom program, and probably a few of you were my students at Webster School in my classes. We continue to do that. We provide civics, constitutional law education to every single 5th grade students, all on a voluntary basis. We had 35 sections this year of all volunteer lawyers who come into the schools for 4 one-hour sessions of real teaching and learning with a syllabus and a curriculum and timed lesson plans like grown-up teachers. And we really enjoy doing that, and it's been a pleasure. So that's our connection. And to the wider community, the New Rochelle Bar Association is now launching a referral service, a directory service for people who are in need of legal services in the community. You can go to the New Rochelle Bar website where our member directory is there. You can put in an area of practice, whether it's immigration, real estate, wills, trusts, whatever the case may be, other kinds of matters, and find our members who list those areas of practice in their in the community, and you can reach out to them. There's contact information to them, another service to the community. But now, I have the privilege of presenting this evening 4 checks from the New Rochelle Bar Association in the amount of $1,000 each. To Andrea Contreras, sorry. Congratulations. Jocelyn Hernandez. Esther Ilachukwu. Congratulations to you. And finally, Michael Tovar. No, Michael. Okay, then you get it. I'm not taking it back, please. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and now we will move on to our Performing and Visual Arts Education Department Awards. So it's my pleasure to introduce our Director of Performing and Visual Arts Education, Mr. Matthew Lucero.
Good evening. Can the following students please come to stage right? Evan He, Blake Lee, and Jasenia Abrego. The Outstanding Achievement in Art Technology Award is given to a student who has shown excellence in the area of computer art and design. A check for $500 is awarded to Evan He. The Alexander Rush Memorial Award for an excellent student in multimedia who has shown honesty, integrity, creativity, and has a unique sense and appreciation of the beauty of our universal surroundings. A certificate, a monograph, and a check for $500 is awarded to Blake Lee. The Mr. and Mrs. Stephen J. Romano Award is presented to students who demonstrate academic excellence and who intend to pursue a career in singing. A check for $250 is awarded to Jasenia Abrego. Can the following students please come to stage right? Jasenia Abrego, Gianella Carrillo, Michael Coffer, Yure Lopez Ibarra, Daniel O'Malley, Marnie Silverman, and Zachary Weber. The PAVE Scholarship Awards are donated by Dr. Dominic Guastafaro, founder and former director of PAVE, along with former director of PAVE, Mr. Mark Schneider. The awards are presented to students who have completed the PAVE program and who are seeking a college education and career in their particular discipline. They are in excellent academic standing and are all exceptionally talented with a spirit of giving and who work together in harmony. A check for $250 each is awarded to Jasenia Abrego and Gianella Carrillo for visual arts. A check for $500 each is awarded to Michael Coffer for vocal music, Yure Lopez Ibarra for winds and percussion, Daniel O'Malley for theater, Marnie Silverman for dance, and Zachary Weber for orchestra. Can the following students please come to stage right? Alan Dimmond, Alyssa Swan, Michelle Carrillo, and Ren Wirt. The Bernard J. Lechner Scholarship Award is given in memory of Mr. Lechner, who grew up in New Rochelle and graduated from New Rochelle High School, class of 1949. The award is given in recognition of two graduating seniors who excel in drama and music. A check for $1,000 each is awarded to Alan Dimmond for drama and Alyssa Swan for music. The Aaron Davis Memorial Scholarship Award is presented to students who demonstrate ambition and a strong will to succeed. This scholarship was created in memory of Aaron Davis, a New Rochelle High School student class of 2020. A check for $1,000 each is awarded to Michelle Carrillo and Ren Wirt. Can the following students please come to stage right? Francesca De Giovanni and Andres Flores Alvarez. I'd also like to present Miss Leah Sills, who will come up to present the Stephen Rosenfield Music Award for Orchestra and Band.
Nice to see you. Gonna lower this down a little bit. How are you? Thanks. These two music awards for $300 each, one for Andres in band and one for Francesca in orchestra, are being given in memory of Stephen Rosenfeld, who, as a 5-year-old Jewish Polish boy, escaped the Nazis and was rescued, along with his parents, by a Catholic Portuguese diplomat named Sousa Mendes. Sousa Mendes showed great moral courage when he defied his government and issued Stephen and his parents transit visas, allowing them safe passage into Portugal. This heroic action by Sousa Mendes put him into harm's way with his government, and he was severely punished and erased, almost, from the history books. However, the little Polish boy, Stephen Rosenfeld, arrived safely in America before the US limited immigration. He learned English, ran a successful business, began his love of music, and married Linda. The young couple moved to New Rochelle, had 4 children, and voila, his youngest is here, standing in front of you. Stephen Rosenfeld, AKA my dad, survived the Holocaust and lived his life to the fullest. But why is that important now? Because he, she, they who save a life save a world. 4% of the Jewish people in my father's city in Poland survived. 4%. So if that means that there are 400 of you here tonight, only 16 of you would be going home. So that's really hard to imagine, especially as an 18-year-old, but here I am tonight. I'm lucky on so many levels. Teleported from the class of 1985. I know it's hard to believe. I sat where you all are tonight, not a fantastic student or even a good musician, in this unchanged auditorium, waiting, no, leave it as is. I love the retro. Okay, waiting to be called up for some award. I have no memory of what that award was, but that's okay. 18 sitting there, also with zero knowledge of the heroic action of Sousa Mendes and other upstanders who enabled me and others to survive. So these music awards not only honor the righteous and also my father, who came here 80 years ago, they also recognize rising musicians who we hope will continue making music that will brighten all of our lives. Their voices matter. Their voices are through music. So Francesca from the orchestra and Andres Flores Alvarez from the band, not only are you each receiving the check for $300, you are also both receiving an envelope of $100 in 5s. Why? Because I'd like for you to give away this $100 in 5s to street performers, or maybe to a family you see on the street in New York, to a family in need. I want you to remember Stephen. I want you to remember Sousa Mendes, because when you are generous of heart, positive actions are going to reverberate for years. So congratulations to you, Andres, the class of 2025. Rock on. Thank you. Congratulations. Wait, don't go without your check. Thank you so much. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sills. Can the following students please come to stage right? Jimena Agustin, Ureli Alvarado, Mike Arriaga, Elsa Confalone, Francesco La Rosa, and Yesenia Abrego. I'd also like to introduce the presenters for the next award, Madeline Atala and Margaret Chadwick, to present the New Rochelle Council for the Arts Awards.
Hi, everybody. Margaret and I are here tonight representing the New Rochelle Council on the Arts. It's an association that has a mission to recognize, and that recognizes the power of art, the power of enrichment, the power of expression that art affords, and that encourages the study and the dissemination of art, of public art. You might have seen on the walls of New Rochelle beautiful murals that were sponsored by our association. You might join us this summer in Hudson Park for a free concert in the evening on Wednesdays and Fridays. And many more. In October, we have a city-wide celebration of arts where artists open their studios, where we have a makers market, performers, dance, all sorts of concerts, everything that has to do with the arts. And in this spirit, we like to award five scholarships for students that demonstrated a special merit in different disciplines of the arts. And I think I have the names here. Yeah, right here.
Yep.
So we have a check for $200 each to Yemena Augustine for dance, Yerli Alvarado for music, Mike Arriaga for literary arts, and Elsa Confalone for theater arts. And Francesco La Rosa for visual arts.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then the Thea Eichler.
Francesco? Yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. And then the Thea Eichler.
We also have a check for $300 that is awarded to Yesenia Abrego.
The Thea Eichler Scholarship.
Sorry.
Thea Eichler.
Congratulations. You've been busy tonight.
You've done a lot of walking today. Thank you,
so
everyone.
much. Thank you.
Can the following students please come to stage right? Rebecca Bex Tamret. We'd like to introduce our next presenter, Mr. Steve Alpert, to present the James Gregory Theater Scholarship Arts Award.
Okay, I graduated in 1969, so I want to do a shout out to everybody who's wearing purple. I want to talk about intention, passion, discipline, and perseverance in the creative life that I've lived. I want to thank Warren Gregory. The award is in his grandfather's name, who graduated in 1930. This is Warren Gregory, a Vietnam veteran. Thank you for your service. His grandfather was an itinerant actor. He was what we call a B actor. He was in television shows and movies in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. None of you probably have seen him, but he graduated in 1930. That school was built in 1926, so a little sense of history. I graduated in 69, but 1968, when I was a junior, was a tumultuous year. The school burned down. Martin Luther King was assassinated. Bobby Kennedy was assassinated. I don't know what that means to anybody here, but it meant a lot to people my age. The principal gathered all 3,000 students on the day that Martin Luther King was killed and had an open mic. And I remember I spoke as a member of the track team, because the track team we had a lot of different kinds of guys running together, and we were all one big family. And I always felt very strong about my relationships with that track team. And the assassination of Martin Luther King was so horrible. That was the last time I spoke here, actually. And then the school burned down. You can see the flames in Eastchester. There was 300 feet flames. The school burned for 3 days. How did that change me, and how did that change us? It forced us to wake up to the world around us, to who we were as Americans. It was a tumultuous time in America, much as it is becoming now. I worked as a TV producer for 35 years in TV news at CBS and NBC, documentaries, entertainment, corporate communications, before turning to fine art painting. I'm a painter now. I made that transition 27 years ago. My dreams had changed, and it was a very difficult transition, but I made it because of four things actually: passion, intention, discipline, and perseverance. I make paintings that honor men and women who serve in uniform, and I have raised, with my paintings, close to $500,000 for veterans and their families. Thank you. And I can say, you know, at this point in my life, I can say, yeah, I made it, but my journey has not been easy. My path was filled with failure and rejection and being ignored, but I hung in there and continued to fill my mission as I do today. I have worked in the Pentagon and many national military museums around the country. But people say to me, oh, you're so talented, but those compliments are very well-meaning, but I always want to say, when I don't say, my little thought bubble says, thank you, but I have worked my tail off to develop my talent. But of course, I don't actually say that, as I said. All of us artists have all kinds of talent, but it is the hard work that makes your God-given talent truly shine. The creative life is filled with ups and downs, unpredictable turns of success and disappointment, but the key is, when your feet hit the floor first thing in the morning, you reinvent your passion for your work in pursuit of your dreams every single morning, and to do the best you can on that day, every day, to take steps toward that dream. I think that applies to all of us in anything that we want to do. The word quit needs to be deleted from your vocabulary, and I'm very serious about that. The pursuit of your dreams is the path to wholeness and fulfillment, to who you truly are. The discipline of hard work is the gas in your engine, and the ability to pick yourself up after suffering a major disappointment, and there will be many of those. Actually, failure is your best friend. Oddly enough, it sounds weird, but success is the result of your intention, passion, discipline, and perseverance. The broken rungs beneath you on your ladder to success are your greatest teachers. They will teach you so much of who you are and what you need to do to correct. Success is only so sweet because of all that failure, and this is what it is to be human. Attitude and gratitude are everything. Finally, know that you are not alone, although there may be times when you think you are, but you are not. All of us in the creative life must face these challenges. So surround yourself with people you see as winners, people you can learn from, people you can have fun with. Having fun is also a key deal here. Have lots of it. So I wish you the greatest of good fortune, and may God bless you. Rebecca Tamrat, we have $1,500.
Thank you, Mr. Alpert. We will now move on to our Health and Physical Education Awards, and I welcome back to the mic Ms. Valerie Cadet Simpkins.
Can the following students please come to stage right? Aaliyah Richards, Christian Roan, and Andres David Morales. The Marcel C. Novin Memorial Award is given to two outstanding seniors in physical education or health-related field of study who plan to attend college. Marcel C. Novin was a dedicated member of the Women's Physical Education Department for 8 years. Quoted from her coworkers, the eagerness she displayed for her field and her high professional standards will always set an example for our department. She will always be remembered for her cheerful, sunny disposition and the genuine feeling and concern she had for her students. A check for $200 each is awarded to Aaliyah Richards and Christian Roan. Thank you, Cyrus. All right, the Anthony Pizzonia CPR and First Aid Award is given by the Uniformed Firefighters Association of New Rochelle to the senior who has demonstrated outstanding skills in CPR first aid. A check for $250 is awarded to Andres David Morales. We will now move on to our athletic department awards, and I'd like to introduce our athletic director, Joseph Donaldson, to present them.
Good evening. Can the following students come to stage right? Maya Concha. Yamakani Katamula. Cara Reviello. Jalen Pritchett Spencer. Sebastian Rodriguez. And Christian Roan, also known as Train. The New Rochelle Football Club Award is presented to two seniors who have contributed as volunteers in the youth soccer program, in addition to contributing to the New Rochelle High School soccer teams. A check for $250 is awarded to Maya Concha and Yamakani Katamula. The Archer Trojan Scholarship Award is presented by the New Rochelle High School Athletic Department and the varsity softball team in memory of two former student athletes at New Rochelle High School who have demonstrated leadership, commitment, sportsmanship, and perseverance while participating in the softball program at New Rochelle High School. A check for $500 is awarded to Cara Riviello. Cara, can you please stand at stage right? The Coach Lou and Lou Amison Memorial Scholarship is presented to two athletes who are college-bound seniors who have displayed dedication, leadership, courage, and scholarship. A check for $500 is awarded to Jalen Pritchett Spencer and Cara Riviero. The New Rochelle Wrestling Club Award recognizes an individual who has been involved with the wrestling program at the youth level, becoming a significant contributor both on and off the mat to the wrestling team at New Rochelle High School. A check for $750 is awarded to Sebastian Rodriguez.
Happy birthday, Artiles.
It is my pleasure now to have Mr. Nate Adams come to present the New Rochelle High School Elite Senior Award.
The New Rochelle Huguenot YTL Elite Senior Award is honoring a former member of our youth football or cheer program that has displayed great character and who was college-bound to further their academic career at a 2-year or 4-year college after graduating New Rochelle High School. It was roughly 10 years ago, I received a call from a mother that stated her son was ready to come out and play football. I was taken aback because this new player was a person that was as close to me as a family member that I ever had the opportunity to coach and watch over in my program. I mention the closeness of this relationship because the previously mentioned mother is partially the reason why I'm even here tonight, entering youth development as a career path. As her Sunday school teacher, I was in her peer group that inspired me to enter this world of nurturing and mentoring young people in New Rochelle. Full circle, here we are tonight. A 3-year New Rochelle High School varsity starter, all league, all section, all state recognized defensive and offensive linemen. A young man that never said much on the field, he let his work speak for himself. I have waited 4 years for this moment because this young man is undeniably what the New Rochelle YTL Huguenot Elite football program represents. Perseverance, hard work, personable, and most importantly, a train that can't be stopped. It is my honor to present the 2025 YTL Huguenot Elite Scholarship check of $1,000 to the Utica University bound, and most importantly, my godson, Christian Parham Rome.
All right. We will now move on to our School Counseling Department Awards. It's my honor to introduce our Director of School Counseling, Ms. Leah Lugovina Freitas.
Thank you. You said that so beautifully, Ms. Cadet. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Can the following students please come to stage right? Tiffany Garcia, Christopher Johnson, Jonathan Loja Niselo, Jesse James Martucci, Elsan Radonick, Jennifer Ramos, Miguel Angel Sandoval, Amory Valentine. The New Rochelle High School Counseling Department Perseverance Award is presented to students for their perseverance, determination, and willingness to work for success. A check for $100 each is awarded to Tiffany Garcia, Christopher Johnson, Jonathan Loja Niselo, Jesse James Martucci, Elsan Radonick, Jennifer Ramos, Miguel Angel Sandoval, and Emery Valentine. Can the following students please come to stage right? Dylan Arbiter, Mike Arega, Artina Barisha, Octavia Liku, Sendil Pather, Sophia Rendi, Jake Solar, Rebecca Marin Perdomo, Jimena Ortiz. The New Rochelle High School Counseling Department Academic Award is presented to students for their outstanding academic performance. A check for $100 each is awarded to Dylan Arbiter, Mike Arega, Artina Barisha, Octavia Liku, Sendil Pather, Sophia Rendi, and Jake Solar. The New Rochelle High School Counseling Department Concern for Others Award is presented to graduating seniors for their concern for others and treating everyone with dignity and respect. A check for $100 each is awarded to Rebecca Marin Perdomo and Jimena Ortiz. Congrats.
We will now move on to our general awards, and allow me to reintroduce our department chair for English, Ms. Lydia Adigbola.
Can the following students please come to stage right? Natalia Sanchez, Sutton Poretsky, Manasi Simpkins, Daniel Diaz Ruiz, and Michael Saccarello. The PTA Council Award is given on behalf of the PTA Council as recognition to the efforts of the Board of Education on behalf of our children. The award is presented to students who have demonstrated commitment to the New Rochelle High School District through community involvement. A check for $250 is awarded to Natalia Sanchez. The Gilda Giordano Award is presented to a student who has faced physical challenges but has not allowed these challenges to hinder her from achieving their goals. A check for $300 is awarded to Sutton Poretsky. The Class of 1955 Award is presented to a student who has a passion for learning and has achieved academic excellence, shown respect for others, for other students and the faculty, and has brought honor to the New Rochelle High School community. This award is presented by the New Rochelle High School class of 1955 in appreciation for the excellent education we received in the memory of our classmates who are no longer with us. A check for $300 is awarded to Manasi Simpkins. The Evelyn Caputo Scholarship Award is given to a graduating senior or graduating seniors for interest in or service given to special education. A check for $250 each is awarded to Daniel Diaz Ruiz, and Michael Saccarello.
Oh, we're taking a picture.
Can the following students please come to stage right? Andrew Cohen, Kayla Junandan, Rebecca Marin Perdomo, Josefina Puglisi, and Kason Richardson. Kasan Richardson. The Class of 1960 Award is given to a graduating senior who has maintained academic excellence despite personal hardship and who has exemplified qualities of leadership, demonstrated strength through service to the school and/or community. A check for $500 is awarded to Andrew Cohen. The New Rochelle High School Memorial Scholarship is awarded to graduating seniors who have demonstrated outstanding growth and achievement. A check for $500 each is awarded to Kayla Junandan, Rebecca Marin Perdomo, Josefina Puglisi, and Kasan Richardson. Kason. Can the following students please come to stage right? Leah Cohen, Elena Colo Adams, Matthew Swift, and Mindy LeBlanc. The Larry Cole Memorial Fund Award is awarded to a senior who has demonstrated ability in journalism and whose qualities exemplify Larry Cole during his lifetime. These qualities include integrity, fair play, enthusiasm, and a desire to discover and report the truth. A check for $1,000 is awarded to Leah Cohen. The Selinka Family Scholarship Award is given to a deserving student who is in the top 20% of the graduating class. A check for $1,000 is awarded to Elena Colo Adams. Congratulations. The Jody Turigian Memorial Award is given in honor of Jody Turigian, a 1996 New York High School graduate who strived to do the best and be the best. The award is presented to a senior who exemplifies qualities of respect, concern, and appreciation for all life. A check for $1,000 is awarded to Matthew Swift. The Mark A. Nero Memorial Award is presented in memory of a 1986 New Rochelle High School graduate who worked to protect the environment. Mark loved life ferociously and enriched the lives of everyone who knew him. This award is given to a senior pursuing a higher education in the field of environmental studies and who has demonstrated a passion towards working to save the environment. A check for $1,500 is awarded to Mindy LeBlanc. Can the following students please come to stage right? Alyssa Rentz, Gabrielle Marcelin, Zara Jamshid, and Keener Maldonado Jr. At this point in time, I'd like to introduce the Student Activities Coordinator, Lori Collins-Thomas.
The New Rochelle Black Culture Club Award is given to a student that has shown dedication to the club and to the community. These students have held offices in the chapter as well as supported events that the school and/or club have sponsored. We are particularly proud of this year's recipients and are awarding Alyssa Rentz for 3 years of service to the club and to the community. Her service to include club's treasurer and vice president, she is awarded $250. Congratulations. Gabrielle Marcelin for 4 years of service and 3 years as the club president, and for outstanding community service. She is awarded $500, excuse me. $500. Scared you for a minute. The Colin Hugh McCabe Memorial Award is given in memory of Mr. Colin Hugh McCabe, a 2002 New Rochelle High School graduate, to a graduating senior of New Rochelle High School. A check for $1,000 is awarded to Zara Jamshid. Congratulations. Congratulations. The New York Benefits for Educators and Students Trust Scholarship Award is given to a graduating senior who plans to study either business or education in college and has demonstrated their commitment to community service. In honor of Joy Mike, City School District of New Rochelle Business Administrator, who volunteered her time to serve on the New York Best Executive Committee. A check for $500 is awarded to Kenner Maldonado Jr. Thank you. Congratulations.
All right, can the following students please come to stage right? Emily Lopez, Rebecca Marin Perdomo, Valerie Meda Pena, and Caitlin Samuel. Also maybe Justin Cohen. All right, first I'd like to introduce our Interreligious Coalition of New Rochelle Legacy Scholarship Award on behalf of Minister Mark McLean, who is here tonight. Can we just give him a round of applause while I find his award?
Peace and blessings, family. It's truly a privilege and a pleasure to be here to fellowship with you tonight. When we pour hope into our young people, we flood our future with strength. And indeed, we are flooding our future with strength tonight. Amen? I am Elder Mark McLean, and I have the distinct honor of being the president of the Interreligious Coalition of New Rochelle. The Interreligious Legacy Scholarship Award is given annually in honor of the founding members of our predecessor organization. Sister Dorothy Ann Kelly was among the early officers of the Interreligious Council of New Rochelle. She was a president of the former College of New Rochelle and a leader in women's higher education. Rabbi Emil Wall, a former senior rabbi of Temple Israel of New Rochelle and a leader in interfaith and interracial relations, was a co-founder of the Coalition for Mutual Respect. In 2021, the Interreligious Council and the coalition merged to become the Interreligious Coalition of New Rochelle. And so I am proud to announce our four winners of our Legacy Award. Emily Lopez, Rebecca Morin Perdomo, congratulations. And we have Valerie Pena. This is Rebecca. Congratulations. Congratulations, Valerie. and Caitlin Samuels. Each awardee is receiving a check for $1,000. Congratulations. God bless you. Peace and blessings, family. Have a great night.
I'm now introducing Miss Kathy Beal to present the Jared Bergman Memorial Scholarship Award.
Hello. Jared Bergman, a New Rochelle High School graduate, was on the road to success when he was shot down in his youth. Thank you. Jared loved life with incredible zest and always tackled challenges with a great deal of tenacity. From the time he was a young kid, he understood the importance of putting your heart and soul into achieving your dreams. In his 20 years of life, he impacted the lives of many. He had a love for children, a true passion for athletics, enjoyed the camaraderie of team sports, had a wonderful sense of humor, was loyal to his friends and family, and walked the earth with a great deal of compassion for others. The Jared Bergman Memorial Award is given to a student who embodies all these qualities. There's an addendum here which says, although Jared was a Yankees fan, he would overlook a Mets fan. So the award of $500 goes to Justin Cohn.
Can the following student please come to stage right? Luke Caino. And it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. J and Miss Allison Kunstrich to present the Patrice Kunstrich Scholarship Award.
Hello, everyone. My name is Allison Kunstreich, and this is my husband, Jay Kunstreich. And we're here tonight to present the Patrice Kunstreich Award for Excellence in Language to Luke. Before we give Luke his award, we wanted to tell him and all of you about my husband's sister, Patrice, whom this award was named for. Patrice, also called Pat or Patty, was a graduate of New Rochelle High School in 1970, which was now, believe it or not, 55 years ago. In 1970, Russian was one of the languages taught at this high school. Like Luke, when Pat graduated, she also won the Excellence in Language Award for Russian Studies. For her freshman year in college, Pat happily attended SUNY Stony Brook. During her first year at Stony Brook, Pat became ill, was diagnosed with leukemia, and passed away before the end of her freshman year. In memory of Pat, Pat and Jay's parents began this award for excellence in languages at New Rochelle High School. So for about the past 50 years, the Kunstreich family has been proud to present a deserving language student this gift in memory of Patty. Before I finish, I would also like to acknowledge Pat's inspirational Russian teacher at New Rochelle High School. His name was Mr. J. Sommer. Mr. Sommer was born in 1927 in a small village in Czechoslovakia. As a Jewish person, he was 14 years old when he was forced into a Nazi labor camp. He eventually was able to escape and came to the United States in 1948. For 25 years, Mr. Sommer taught foreign languages at New Rochelle High School. In 1981, he was named the National Teacher of the Year, an honor bestowed upon him at the White House. This year, we are proud to give this award to Luke in memory of both Patrice Kunstreich and Mr. Jay Sommer. So thank you for listening to our family's story. My husband Jay wants to say a very short word.
To the graduates, as you've heard, my sister's life was cut short. So always remind yourselves not to waste a precious minute.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd now like to introduce Mr. Matthew Kenny to present the Michael Kenny Memorial Scholarship Award.
Okay. Good evening. On behalf of my mom and our entire family, it's an honor to present this year's award for the Michael Kenny Scholarship in my father's memory. My dad was a kind and hardworking man who was completely dedicated to his students. Upon graduating from Siena College, he served in the Jesuit Volunteer Corps for 2 years. He would then work for nearly 40 years as a counselor and then as a director of guidance here in NRHS. He was committed to supporting all of his students through the college process and ensuring that everyone gained access to the best college for them. Over the course of the last 10 to 15 years, I've met many people through work or through other friendships who had my dad as a counselor. I'm overwhelmed with joy every time they speak about my dad in such a glowing way. After my dad's passing, a former colleague described him in this way. His work was characterized by an unyielding dedication to his students, a tireless work ethic, and a non-judgmental approach to empowering students to fulfill their dreams. Mike was a humble person, uncomfortable receiving well-earned praise, but driven by the desire to make the world a better place. He was a beloved husband, father, counselor, leader, and friend. He asked for little, he gave much, and he changed lives one student at a time. This award is presented to a student who persevered and overcame challenges in high school, demonstrates kindness, integrity, humility, persistence, and a strong work ethic, is a good citizen in school, in the community, and demonstrates acts of service, and participates in extracurricular activities. The winner of this year's Michael Kenny Scholarship for $1,000 is presented to David Glennon.
Can the following student please come to stage right? Savannah DeFada. And I'd like to introduce presenter Miss Maria Saracelli and family to present the New Rochelle Champ Scholarship Award.
The Paul Saracelli Scholarship Award is in remembrance of NRHS Security Supervisor, my uncle, Paul Saracelli. This scholarship is awarded to a student who embodies the characteristics and values that Paul Saracelli represented in his life, the qualities of a champ, which are dedication, passion, leadership, being a team player, treating all others with respect, to always think positive, and have the pure will to win no matter the circumstances. This year, we are honored to present this award to truly a special recipient. This young lady is a model citizen who generously dedicates her time to helping others. She's actively involved in fundraising events, the NRHS community, including the Italian Club and PAVE, and many others. But her story goes even deeper. At just 6 years old, she was diagnosed with leukemia and underwent chemotherapy for several years. Despite facing such a difficult challenge at a young age, she and her family raised over $100,000 for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Even in her own struggle, she remained a shining light for others. Thankfully, we can celebrate that she has been cancer-free for 11 years and continues to live life with purpose and passion, excelling in everything she does. When reading about her story, we knew she was a perfect example of a champ. She is a fighter, survivor, and someone who is destined to achieve great things. We wish you in the class of 2025 all the best. A MacBook laptop is presented to Savannah Devada.
Can the following students please come to stage right? Amani Hollis Brown, Ayana Langston, and Amani Whiteside. And it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Brian Bracey to present the NRHS Security Department Scholarship Award.
Good evening, everyone. The New Rochelle High School Security Department Scholarship Award is given to graduating seniors who made a remarkable transformation into someone who promotes peaceful connections, giving respect, honoring identity, and promoting a sense of belonging within the school community for themselves and others. A check for $500 each are presented to Amani Hollis Brown, Ayana Langston, and Amani Whiteside.
Can the following students please come to stage right? Tajir Fernand and Ava Singletary. It's my pleasure to introduce Miss Adrienne Quinn to present the Westchester Alliance of Black School Educator Awards.
Good evening. The Westchester Alliance of Black School Educators, also known as WABC, was founded in 1991 by 6 administrators and educators in the New Rochelle School District. We are the first of the National Alliance of Black School Educators affiliate. We convene Black educators and others, directly and indirectly involved in the educational process, to discuss, strategize, and implement solutions to the unique problems they and their students face. The Ann G. Williams Scholarship is posthumously named after a highly respected administrator at Albert E. Young Middle School in New Rochelle and a founder of our organization. Ms. Williams strongly believed that education equals success for African Americans. And with that, Tahir and Ava.
In addition to those two, can Zachary Gomez and Sienna Johnson please come stage right? And it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Aisha Cook to present the New Rochelle branch of the NAACP Awards.
Good evening.
My name is Aisha Cook, and I'm the president of the NAACP New Rochelle branch. Founded in 1909, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People is the oldest civil rights organization in America. Our branch right here in New Rochelle was founded in 1923. Our 2025 NAACP New Rochelle Branch College Assistance Awards are given in memory of two legendary past presidents, Napoleon Holmes and Paul D. Dennis Jr. In memory of Marion L. Gray, branch secretary, poet, and actress, and in memory of our recently departed life member, Mary C. Smith, former Education Committee Chair and Executive Committee member. This year's NAACP College Assistance Awards are presented to 4 college-bound students who, through their deeds and accomplishments, embody ideals consistent with the mission of the NAACP. The Napoleon Holmes Award for $400 is presented to Tajier Fernand. You're welcome. Our Paul D. Dennis Jr. Award for $400 is presented to Zachary Gomez. Yes, sir. You're welcome. All right. The Marion L. Gray Award for $400 is presented to Ava Singletary. And the Mary C. Smith Award for $400 is presented to Sienna Johnson. All right, congratulations, and I wish you continued success in all your future endeavors.
Can the following student please come to stage right? Mason Smith. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Mandel Holland, president of the Beta Alpha Alpha chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, to present the Beta Alpha Alpha Foundation Scholarship Award.
Good evening. The Beta Alpha Alpha fraternity, Beta Alpha Alpha chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated was established in 1978, and in 1992 we established our foundation, which is responsible for giving out our scholarships. Since 1992, over the 33 years, we have given scholarships to over 180 college-bound seniors. And this year's recipient is one of our recipients from New Rochelle High School, is a standout among standouts. The one thing that you can know about this young man is that he was willing to get up on Saturday mornings to study for his AP exams. Not a lot of kids will do that. This kid was one of them, and we are proud to award this $1,000 scholarship to Mason Smith.
Can the following students please come to stage right? Solomon Coverdale, Bryce Geohagan, and Gabrielle Marcelin. And it's my pleasure to present Mr. Ernest J. Quarles Jr. and Westchester County Clerk, Mr. Timothy C. Iadoni, to present the Pearl C. Quarles and Ernest J. Quarles Sr. Academic Excellence and Trailblazer Award.
Good evening, all. My name is Ernest Quarles. I am an alumnus of NRHS High School. With me tonight is a classmate of mine from the class of 1973 that you all know, the Honorable Timothy Idoni, former mayor of NRHS and present county clerk. Tim is special to me, to my family, to my mother, who was both on the Board of Education here in NRHS as well as the county legislator. Tim and I were products of my mother, in a sense, in that we were both in the Cub Scouts together, and my mother was our den mother. Tonight is a special night for the graduates to be who are here in attendance. It's also a special night for the students who are not here, and the city of NRHS. The city was once commonly referred to as the Queen City. This term was used not because its governance was shaped around any concept of monarchy. Rather, it was used because the city of NRHS, its leadership, its educators, and its community were all steeped in an allegiance to its glorious history, a history that spoke out against the murder of Emmett Till in 1955, and whose citizens were at the forefront of inclusive strongholds of excellence in an era where multi-ethnic contributions were not being recognized in the United States. The city was spirited by exceptional leadership, which exhibited a commitment to the community beyond politics. There was no dissonance between the actualization of the American dream and political realities or allegiances. Mayor Idoni and my mother served for many years in service of the community. And NRHS was clearly a leader both in academic excellence and recognized throughout the nation. The question and challenge for today's students is more formidable than that which Tim and I encountered. The phrase truth, justice, and the American way, commonly associated with the superhero Superman, rings deaf in our ears today because we can't properly frame what the words mean in a world where truth is manufactured and fortified with repetition and not fact. Indeed, in this America, the phrase, if you say something enough times, the public will believe it, attributed to Nazi propagandist Joseph Goebbels, seems to apply. NRHS has a refuge story dating back to the 1600s, where French was the initial language spoken, and the first Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, John Jay, and author Washington Irving were among the many notables who sought to be educated in our recognized schools that were associated with Trinity Church. Today, we are faced with comprehensive regimes dedicated to banning books, eliminating inclusion, historical erasure, and curriculum malfeasance, and suppressing liberty. This presents an arduous challenge for the graduates of this high school, but one they are equipped to handle if they stay true to themselves, their gifts, their dreams, this city's history, and to a commitment for a multiracial democracy. This evening's graduates who have been selected to receive the Pearl C. Quarles and Ernest J. Quarles Foundation Award will receive a plaque which reads, "This award is given to an individual who has demonstrated outstanding academic scholarship and critical thinking acumen, and whose life reflects a humanitarian spirit that subscribes to lifting others as they climb." A check, an article I penned recently for USA Today also will be in that package, as well as several books. And anybody who knows my mother, Pearl Quarles, knows that she's all about reading, okay? She would catch you on the street and ask you, how were you doing in school? And then call up your counselor to find out exactly how you were doing, even if she didn't know you, okay? The books that the recipients will be receiving, Anna Julia Cooper, A Voice from the South, Ida B. Wells and Other Essays on Black Rebellion, James Baldwin, The Fire Next Time, and Kimberly Crenshaw, Say Her Name, Women's Stories of Violence and Public Silence. The recipients are, this evening, Solomon Coverdale, who will be attending SUNY Binghamton in the fall. Solomon is a recipient of a check for $500. Congratulations. Bryce Geohagen, who will be attending the University of Virginia in the fall. Bryce is the recipient of a check for $500. and Gabrielle Marcelin, who will be attending Morgan State University in the fall. Gabrielle is the recipient of a check for $1,000. Bryce, and one last thing. Hold on just a second. Sorry, I need to call out Ms. Foster and Ms. Gonzalez, please. Thank you. Just really quickly. I just want to thank these two ladies for all the coordination. They were immensely helpful to me. Thank you so much.
Can the following student please come to stage right? Tajir Fernand. It's my honor to present Mr. Anthony Newman and Miss Christina Newman to present the Roland T. Headcock II Scholarship Award.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and the class of 2025. We are here today to present the scholarship for the Roland T. Heacock II Scholarship Award. The award is given to a senior who best exemplifies the principles that Mr. Roland Heacock stood for. His lifetime, which is lifetime, excuse me. The award to the senior who best exemplifies those principles for which Roland stood for: compassion, courage, and community service. He was named after his illustrious grandfather, the Reverend Roland T. Heacock. Roland was president of his class for 3 years. He graduated in 1980. He also belonged to the National Honor Society, the Black Student Association, and many other organizations. He also wrestled. He then went on to Harvard College, where he majored in pre-med and studied until his senior year, where he was going to become a brain surgeon. Now I will turn it over to my wife, where she and I both are alumni of New Rochelle High School.
Thank you. A check awarded for $1,000 to Tajir Fernand.
Can the following student please come to stage right? Grace Gockman. And I'd like to introduce Mr. Rob Johnson and family to present the Shaderi Taylor Memorial Scholarship Award.
Good evening, everyone. This award, the Shaderi Taylor Memorial Award, is in memory of my sister, Shaderi. The award reads, "In recognition of your resilience and your desire to educate future generations, may you always choose to be joyful as you overcome all of the obstacles that life puts in your way." I just want to give a little background on my sister so you kind of understand where this award is coming from. Shaderi was a graduate of New Rochelle High School in the class of 1998. She then graduated with her undergrad degree from the University of Buffalo before joining a teaching fellow with American University and becoming a teacher in Southeast Washington, D.C., which if you know anything about D.C., that's not exactly the nice part. She got married at age 34, and I remember standing as one of the groomsmen as she came down the aisle, and it was my first shocker because I'm a police officer, so we're kind of known for, controlling our emotions. And as I'm standing there, I start to feel a tear coming down my eye, and I do not understand it because I've never cried for anything other than sadness. So as the tears coming down my eye, I'm trying my best not to allow her to notice because she notices everything that I do. After the ceremony, she came to me and nudged me and goes, "Were you crying during the wedding when I came down?" And I told her, I was like, "Yeah, it was one tear, but I was a man about it. I didn't wipe it away. I let it roll." And she laughed about it. We had an amazing night. A week later, she was diagnosed with colon cancer. And I remember on her honeymoon, she went to Puerto Rico with her husband, and she ended up being hospitalized while on her honeymoon. And she calls me from the hospital, and she tells me, "I'm in the hospital, this darn cancer again." And immediately after that, she goes, "Yo, but the food here is bomb." And my jaw just hit the floor, because at that moment, she taught me two things. For one, she took away, I could never now look at my circumstances and be upset or pout because she's looking at something that takes lives, and she's talking about how good the food is. And the other thing I learned is that obstacles in life are completely inevitable and sometimes unavoidable. We're all going to face them, but what we can choose is whether or not we are going to be joyful about it. And she chose joy throughout the remainder of her time on this earth. She continued to teach in Southeast DC, where they say the kids don't want to learn and the parents don't want to help. She continued to choose joy every single day that she went to work. She called and was joyful, and I don't remember a single time that she complained about her cancer. After she passed, I remember a big banner coming from the school that she taught in DC with all of these signatures and all the young kids writing letters of how much they missed her, and her impact on their lives. And I thought to myself, if these are the kids that don't want to learn and the parents don't want to help, then all it must take is one teacher that chooses to be joyful every single day that they're out there to turn their lives. So this award is going to Miss Grace Gossman for her resilience. I want to share her story, but I'm not going to, because her story is so powerful that she should be the first one to share it when she gets to wherever she chooses to be going. But this award is based on her resilience, her community impact, and her desire to educate our future generations, because that is not something that anybody can do. Yes, it's a job, but that is a calling. And after reading her story, she is called to do this work the same way my sister was. Ms. Grace Gossman, we have this award and a check for $2,500.
Can the following student please come to stage right? Jordan Sisko. Introducing presenter Dr. Robert Summer to present the Summer Family Scholarship Award.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Bob Summer. On behalf of my wife, Amy, who couldn't be here tonight, I'm honored to be here with the graduating senior class of 2025. Our family has lived in and has loved New Rochelle for 35 years. All three of our kids went through the New Rose school system, and now after college, all three of them have professional careers, and two of them have moved back here to New Rochelle with their families. We're very, very grateful to be part of this wonderful community. For the last 7 years, with the help of the New Rochelle guidance counselors, we have chosen a graduating senior who will be attending a 4-year college, who overcame adversity in their lives, and who has not only excelled academically, but also demonstrated kindness and a desire to give back to their community. This year's recipient of the Summer Family Scholarship Award for $5,000 is Jordan Sisko.
It is now my pleasure to introduce New Rochelle High School counselors Maria Gomez and Amy Costa to present the New Rochelle Scholarship Fund Awards. And can the following students please come to stage right? Daniel Diaz-Ruiz, Karun Kalamavalo, I'm going to kill that, I'm sorry, Karun, Karula Malavalavan, Abraham Suarez, and Andrew Cohen.
Good evening. The Albert Leonard Memorial Scholarship in memory of former superintendent of schools is presented to a deserving college-bound student. A scholarship award of $500 each is awarded to Daniel Diaz-Ruiz and Karan Kulama Valavan. The Marvin Bookbinder Award is given to a student who demonstrates exemplary sensitivity and a caring and enjoys the respect and friendship of both students and faculty. A scholarship award for $1,000 is awarded to Abraham Suarez. The Richard Selinka Memorial Award is given in his honor by the New Rochelle High School Scholarship Fund Corporation to a student who exhibits the same strength of character and generosity of spirit as Richard Selinka. A longtime resident of New Rochelle, Richard was a business owner, philanthropist, and avid supporter of our schools and our students. A scholarship award for $1,000 is awarded to Andrew Cohen. Can the following students please come to stage right? Al-Mustafa Ahmed, Maximiliano Arias Chacha, Yulisa Ceja, Lavia Costa, Alan Diman, Elizabeth Farias, Tiffany Garcia, and Anaya Josiah. Okay. The Gwendolyn M. Appleyard Fund Scholarship is awarded by the New Rochelle Scholarship Fund Corporation from funds bequeathed and gifted by Gwendolyn M. Appleyard. Ms. Appleyard was a longtime New Rochelle resident and philanthropist. The recipients are selected, and this is very important, on the basis of academic achievement, leadership, work experience, and service to school and our community. And it is also with great joy that I share that tonight we will be awarding over $60,000 to the following students that will be named even after these students. The Gwendolyn M. Appleyard Fund Scholarship Award for $200 each is awarded to Al-Mustafa Ahmed, Maximiliano Arias Chacha, Yulisa Ceja, Lavia Costa, Alan Damon, Elizabeth Farias, Tiffany Garcia, and Anaya Josiah. Can the following students please come to stage right? Alexander Luis, Andrew Montalban, Daniel O'Malley, Daniela Perez Maldonado, Phoebe Rivera, Manassi Simpkins, Rebecca Tamrat, Sergio Valencia, and Alexandra Zalatis. A Gwendolyn M. Appleyard Fund Scholarship Award for $250 each is awarded to Alexander Luis, Andrew Montalban, Daniel O'Malley, Daniela Perez Maldonado, Phoebe Rivera, Manassi Simpkins, Rebecca Tamrat, Sergio Valencia, and Alexandra Zalaktis. Can the following students please come to stage right? Julian Belfast, Nola Brooks, Bryce Geohagen, Kayla Junandan, Sienna Johnson, Karan Kulamalavan, Yere Lopez Ibarra. A Gwendolyn M. Appleyard Fund Scholarship Award for $500 each is awarded to Julian Belfast. Julian here. Fast, not so fast. Okay. Nola Brooks. Bryce Geohagen. Kayla Junandan. Sienna Johnson. Karan Kulamalavan. Yere Lopez Ibarra. Can the following students please come to stage right? Valerie Meda Peña, Marcos Moreno, Samira Parisian, Victoria Perez, Reagan Riley, and Derek Schimmer. A Gwendolyn M. Appleyard Fund Scholarship awarded for $500 each is awarded to Valerie Meda Peña, Marcos Moreno, Samira Parisian, Victoria Perez, Reagan Riley, and Derek Schimmer. Can the following students please come to stage right? Daniel Diaz Ruiz, Emily Eng, Tahir Fernand, Julia Fastina, Zachary Gomez, Bosoko Radonjic, Mia Rossi, Caitlin Samuel, Marnie Silverman, and Jordan Weiner. A Gwendolyn M. Appleyard Fund Scholarship Award for $750 each is awarded to Daniel Diaz Ruiz, Emily Eng, Tajir Fernand, Julia Fasina, Zachary Gomez, Bosco Rondich, Mia Rossi, Caitlin Samuel, Marnie Silverman, and Jordan Weiner. Can the following students please come to stage right? Carolyn Bach, Melissa Brazil, Jackson Denon, Grace Gockman, Jocelyn Hernandez, Dylan Kelly, Anderson Krasner, Emily Lopez, Kassan Richardson, and Gabrielle Rivera Carrasco. A Gwendolyn M. Appleyard Fund Scholarship Award for $1,500 each is awarded to Carolyn Bach, Melissa Brazil, Jackson Denon, Grace Gockman, Jocelyn Hernandez, Dylan Kelly, Anderson Krasner, Emily Lopez, Kassan Richardson, and Gabriel Rivera Carrasco. Can the following students please come to stage right? Hannah Klupt, Luca Lazzarini, Tiffany Masael, Maribel Rumpf, Ava Singletary, Mason Smith, and Sharon Yang. A Gwendolyn M. Appleyard Fund Scholarship Award for $2,000 each is awarded to Hannah Klumt, Luca Lazzarini, Tiffany Masael, Maribel Rumpf, Ava Singletary, Mason Smith, and Sharon Yang. Can the following students please come to stage right? Elena Colin Adams, Andrew Cohen, Abraham Suarez, Lauren Bryan, and Sneha Vinoy. A Gwendolyn M. Appleyard Fund Scholarship Award for $3,000 each is awarded to Elena Coholan Adams, Andrew Cohen, and Abraham Suarez. Okay, and last but certainly not least, a Gwendolyn M. Appleyard Fund Scholarship awards $5,000 each to Lauren Bryan, and Sneha Vinoy. Congratulations to all.
All right, we're almost there, y'all. And now introducing NRHS School Counselor, Mr. Christopher Tuck, to present the H. Jesse Arnell Endowed Scholarship Award.
He told the secret. Okay. I stand before you as a proud member of the class of 1990. And this task I have before me is unique. I first want to acknowledge a man that I've gotten to know over the past 2 years and have the pleasure of working with an excellent man who really has the heart and development of our student athletes and really all students in mind. Is our athletic director, Mr. Joe Donaldson. Thank you, sir. I'm going to do this a little different. I'm not going to say come to stage right, because this is going to be very unique. The H. Jesse Arnell Endowed Scholarship Award is given in honor of Hugh Jesse Arnell, class of 1955, who was a triple-letter scholar athlete who played football at Penn State and was also an All-American basketball player. He became that university's first black student body president, a professional athlete, an attorney, a human and civil rights advocate. Each year, the H. Jesse Arnell Endowed Scholarship goes to a New Rochelle High School graduating senior who will be attending an accredited college or university and who embodies H. Jesse Arnell's legacy in athletics and academic achievements. This name will be added to a plaque outside of the New Rochelle High School weight room that's been renamed after Mr. Jesse Arnell. So it is now the H. Jesse Arnell weight room. That name, this deserves a drum roll. Yeah, yeah. The Arnell family, the New Rochelle Fund for Educational Excellence, keep it going, and the New Rochelle High School Athletic Department are pleased to present a scholarship award for $10,000. Tajir Ferdinand.
And he's Haitian. Sac passe. And now for the announcement of our NR Fund for Educational Excellence Student Award recipients. The following awards were given to New Rochelle High School students at the NR Fund for Educational Excellence Award ceremony previously held, and we would like to acknowledge the students that received these awards. Each student received a $1,000 scholarship check. The NR Fund for Educational Excellence Arts and Culture Award was presented to Miles Hoffman. Please stand if you're present so we can recognize you. The Technology Award was presented to Julian Belfast. Please stand if you're present. The Eric Tutera Sports Leadership Award, named in memory of an NRHS student in the 1990s, was presented to Anderson Krasner. Please stand. Andy. And the David A. Garfinkel Citizenship Award, named in memory of an NR Fund board member, was presented to Mason Smith. Please stand. DJ SB, let's go. And now it's my pleasure to reintroduce Dr. Dagoberto Antilles on his birthday for our closing remarks.
Good evening, everyone. Well, there's a few things that we got to fix first, but I also want to introduce to the community our class of 2025 salutatorian and valedictorian. But before I get there, so yesterday I am walking towards House 4, where the PTA put together an amazing celebration for our seniors, where they can come out and they got the perfect, their favorite food, chicken joe. So we heard that it was. So we catered the event, the PTA, part of their fundraising. And Bryce, I'm walking with Bryce, and I say, Bryce, your name, my God, you keep coming up. He said, yes, Dr. Archilles, but it's not Geohagen, it's Gohagen. And I'm gonna say, Bryce, I promise that for tomorrow I'm gonna fix it. I failed, Bryce, I didn't keep my promise. So I'm gonna call your name once again, it's Bryce Gohagen, right? There you go. And also, we all have a story. Thank you so much for the good wishes during my birthday. But I mean, one thing is, I know that I'm going to get some of you guys, especially the students that once they graduate, right away they're going to send me some friends requests or LinkedIn, whatever. And then they're going to see a new date in there. They're going to say, wait a minute, what's wrong with this guy? It wasn't like June 10th, but here I see July 25th. So as in common with many of my brothers and sisters back home in the Dominican Republic, many of us have 2 birthdays. I am one of those. So my biological birthday is June 10th. It took my father a little bit over a month and a half to make a guess to the registry. So then they put in there July 25th. Okay, your kid was born today. It's part of the Caribbean experience. It's part of who we are. So I do celebrate twice. My family does celebrate today. My mother will not allow anyone that she knows to even think about July 25th. But yes, LinkedIn and all of those other platforms, you're going to see July 25th, but it is June 10th. So I'm one of those privileged that can celebrate twice. I am going to now introduce our class of 2025 salutatorian. Our class of 2025 salutatorian is the co-president of the Math Honor Society, vice president of the Chinese Honor Society. Outside of school and within the New Rochelle community, she serves as the president of the Steffi Nursing Dance Company. Furthermore, she has received awards and recognition as a National Merit Scholar, finalist, AP Scholar with distinction, CEO of Literacy with a concentration in Chinese, and recipient of the Xerox Award for Innovation and Information Technology. Attending Georgia Tech in the fall to pursue a degree in mechanical and aerospace engineering, it is my pleasure to introduce and recognize our class of 2025 salutatorian, Ava Agrawal. Come up, Ava, come up. Come up. We have here a future SpaceX or Boeing engineer, take us to Mars, right? Our class of 2025 valedictorian is the co-president of the Math Honor Society, co-president of the New Rochelle United Science Exploration, president of the Book Club, a science researcher, and a math tutor. Outside of school and within the New Rochelle community, she conducts research under Dr. Nicholas Root of the University of Amsterdam and Dr. Yasmin Ventura of the University of Chicago, serves as the English language tutor for low-income Brazilian teenagers, volunteers at the Abrace, or that's got to be Portuguese, but in Spanish it's Clo Abrace. Support house for families of children with cancer and hemopathies in Brazil. Finally works as a paid math tutor and science tutor. Furthermore, she has received awards and recognitions as a Regeneron Science Talent Search semifinalist, National Merit Scholar finalist, Seal of Literacy with a concentration in Spanish and Portuguese, AP Scholar with distinction, recently a medal recipient, Genius Olympia finalist in science, Genius Olympia Bronze Award in science, second place, Behavioral Science and Health in 2025, and third place in medicine in 2024, and third place in health and medicine in 2023 at the prestigious Westchester Engineering Fair, or WESF. Finally, she's the recipient of the National Hispanic Recognition Award, attending MIT in the fall to pursue a PhD in math and linguistics. It is my pleasure to recognize our class of 2025 valedictorian, Elena Coelho Adams. Congratulations. And with that, we are going to close, and I want to thank all the donors, everyone that sort of contributed to this process every year. Want to thank our class board, want to thank our teachers, our school counselors, our administrators, our central office, Dr. Reynolds, for the great support, our Board of Education, Ms. Brooks, who broke the news on my birthday, thank you. To you parents, thank you so much for the support. It is important, and those good wishes that you always send us, the support that you give us in always supporting our programs at New Rochelle High School, even in those difficult moments you always come through. And lastly, to our wonderful students, this class is so special to me because we sort of started our New Rochelle High School career together, and I'm so happy to see them finish in 4 years. They always remind me, Dr. Ortiz, when you met us after the flood, first thing out of your mouth was, I will love you for 4 years. And because we all want to finish in 4, but there's so many special people in this class, but I definitely want to take an opportunity to recognize one special student that always stood there, and it's sort of the heart and soul of the group and the school, and that is Luca Lazzarini. Thank you for everything you've done. And I hope that none of you forget about us. Please know that we're always going to be here for you. We might not give you as much attention as we have been giving you the last 4 years, but we will always be here for you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Thank you for coming out. Thank you.